Oh my God, they had the whole alphabet. There's 26 exit 2s. Good evening, Load Warriors. I kind of messed up on this video, I'm gonna be honest. I just got done with my drill weekend, so I went from my house to my truck and I forgot my cameras at home, and by the time I made it to my truck, the battery was dead. So I had to wait for them to jump it. And by the time it got jumped, which I didn't have to wait very long for it to get jumped at all. It was basically like I called and said that it needed to be jumped, and within 15 minutes, it got jumped, which is awesome. Quick, speedy service, the perks of having a on-staff diesel mechanic with the proper equipment. But by the time I had gotten my truck jumped, I did not have time to drive back to my home and grab my cameras. So I had to go and make my pickup, and then I had to drive home to get my cameras. So yeah, so unfortunately, no pre-trip, no driving to delivery, no arriving to delivery, no backup footage, no driving away from delivery. Unfortunately, you're just gonna get straight me driving until I stop. I'm going to Kansas City, Missouri. I'm delivering, I don't know if you guys remember, but I picked up one time from Novapex, I picked up like 6,000 pounds of foam cubes. And so I picked up another 6,000 pounds of foam cubes from this place, taking it to KC, which means if I'm going to Kansas City, there's a good chance that I'm gonna have to make my next pickup will be the caves, which would be awesome. The cave was really cool. It was really nerve-wracking. I would probably handle it a lot better this time because I kind of understand what's going on inside of there. But it was very cool. I got a lot of compliments on that video, actually. Like, shout out to Shane, the guy who books all my loads. He watched the video. He liked the cave stuff. My dad, obviously, shout out my dad. He loved the cave stuff. My grandpa also loves the cave stuff. I believe my grandpa's actually picked up there in the past. I don't know exactly when Subtropolis was created, but my grandfather has picked up there. So shout out to him. But yeah, so this is just the intro to the video. Kind of, it's gonna be really weird. Normally I wouldn't record my pre-trip in the morning. Well, if it was on a it's not a multi-day, it delivers tomorrow. So I'm going to be filming my pre-trip anyways. I'm sure I'll make up the time somehow. Oh, while I was doing my pre-trip today, my company, the final day that I was working, I was hauling empty trailers for my company. Well, as a representative of my company for extra. I guess Creek Carriers got like they needed more trailers at a Lowe's distribution center. So the extra in Indianapolis hired us to deliver said trailers. So I did that, but while I was, the first day I did that, I noticed that there was a crack in my tire. It looked like maybe the retread was starting to come apart. I don't know what could have caused it. It was very strange. It wasn't leaking air though. So yeah, but while I was at drill, they replaced all of the tires on all of my drive tires, which is awesome. They really only needed to replace that one, but I guess maybe they got a deal on tires. They just swapped them all out. So yeah, hell yeah for that. Yeah, so that's it. I'll see you guys, I guess, tomorrow morning. All right, good morning, Load Warriors. Well, morning for me. It's definitely not morning for you. This is gonna be a very disorganized video because I didn't have enough time to do a full 10. I had to take a 8-hour break so I could make it there. I could make it to my delivery on time. And then I'm gonna take a 2-hour break after my delivery. And then I'm going to make my next pickup. I actually only have 3 hours left on my clock. So, and I'm 2.5 hours. I have 3 hours left on my clock and I'm 2.5 hours away. So I'm gonna be limping to my delivery. I swear to God, I pressed the button. Brights, fogs, flashers. My dad got me some of those spikes that you put on around the steers, on the lug nuts of the steers. He got me spikes that you put on the lug nuts of the steers, and they have them in my truck. and I want to put them on, but it's too cold outside for me to be standing around screwing in big plastic spikes. So, sorry, Dad. All right, well, that's it. I'll see you guys when I get to my delivery. I am almost to my destination. I'm about a little under an hour early. It's 7:03 right now.
Follow the road for 2.5 miles.
I should just go. My delivery time is 8 a.m. It's currently 7 a.m. or 7:03. So I'm pretty close, or I'm pretty early, but I don't think I'm too early to cause problems. That is, of course, unless the place is closed until 8, which would suck, because I don't want to wait there for 40 minutes and waste all of my time. The drive here has been pretty uneventful. I basically just stayed on I-70 until I hit 435 here in Kansas City. I also missed my exit initially, but it was pretty easy to recover. I need the address and the name of the business. Imperial Dade, Kansas City. Oh, it requires a lumper. Ugh. Although, it says it requires a lumper, however, my BOL says prepaid, so I imagine that I might not actually need a lumper. I think that prepaid means that the lumper is prepaid, unless that means that the shipping fees were prepaid. This is kind of a...
900 feet you will reach your destination. The destination will be on your right.
I hope it's on my right. So there's 1301 is the building number I'm looking for. Okay, that's the building literally right in front of me. You might not be able to see it because of the sun. I don't know how glaring that sun is. And it looks like the place is open because there's already a truck there. All right, let's see if I can find a shipping and receiving office. That door, probably not. I mean, it's gotta be labeled, right? I mean, I would hope so. Receiving entrance, perfect. Okay. I'm here, so I'm gonna end the recording and then I'll see you guys when I get checked in. It is 7:56. I'm going to door 23, which is that door right there. This place has a lumper, unfortunately. Okay. I was hoping that this place wouldn't have a lumper because it said prepaid, but that's not what that prepaid means. Oh my God. They're foam eating trays? I mean, I don't know what they expected. This is a pretty easy bag, not gonna lie. I've got tons of space to do it. Although these yellow lines are a little deceiving, I'm not gonna lie, because they aren't lined up with the yellow lines on the doors, which is annoying. Because then what's the point of those yellow lines besides denoting the fact that it's a spot? Okay. There you go, Dad. I slammed into, well, I didn't slam. I backed all the way up to the dock door while recording. Okay, well, I'm backed in, so I'll see you guys once I'm unloaded. Okay, I'm done with my delivery. It's beautiful outside. It's a nice 71 degrees, which is a far cry from the 40-ish degrees that it was in Indiana when I left. It took them, I want to say, close to 2 hours to unload me, which is honestly fair considering it was unpalletized packages of foam trays. I'm not surprised it took them so long, because if they are not prepared to unload that, then they probably had to essentially unpack the packages and put them on pallets and then move them. So it makes sense that it would take so long. Like the place that I picked up from, the NPX1, they had those pallet jacks that have like that squeeze with the flat sheets of metal, so they can pick up gigantic stacks of those trays just fine. But if this place doesn't have those pallet jacks, then it's going to be hard to make those pickups, you know? My next pickup is 1601 St. Louis Ave, Kansas City, Missouri 64101. They say the company is KCDC, but it's actually, looks like it's an NFI warehouse, 15 miles. I'll be there around 11. Well, I'm gonna record my way there. Hopefully it's not too bad. It's 10:22 a.m., so it shouldn't be too much traffic. It's not rush hour anymore. That shouldn't be too bad. So yeah, I'll see you guys when I get to my pickup. Okay, I've got like 7 minutes left on my drive. I'm only gonna be on 670 West for a little bit because I've only got 3 miles left. I'm basically gonna get on 670, stay on it for like a mile and then get off. Glad I don't have to take that exit. 2Q? 2Q. Does that mean that there's that many exit 2s? So I have to know numbers and the alphabet? 2T, 2S? Oh my God, they had the whole alphabet. There's 26 exit 2s. Yo, if they hit me with an exit 2Z, I'm losing it. It's just like, yep, look at that. Exit 2R, 2V, I see 2U over there as well. 2W, there's not just one U, there's 3. That is so unhinged. Oh, and look at that, exit 1B. Do they have 26 exit 1Bs too? Yeah, I was gonna give Kansas City some compliments, but that's unhinged. Yo, imagine getting lost in Kansas City and having to take one of the 26 exit 2s. That's crazy work. I don't like this. Okay, I've got the whole road, thank God. Because I need the whole road. What is this? Is this a road or is this just a parking lot I'm driving through? What the f? And then I get to turn left here. Is this even a truck route? Or am I just f***ing going wherever? I have a feeling that this area is not made for a truck of my size. Oh my God. But that warehouse to my left, that's the warehouse I need to go to. Hey, they put a warehouse in the middle of this parking lot. This is gonna be so much fun to drive out of. Where the f is the shipping office? I bet you it's right here. Nope, there's nothing there. I'm gonna put my camera on my door and record because this place is pretty tight when it comes to like timings and stuff. I gotta be very careful because I can't see very well. I need to go in between these 2 white vehicles. I gotta be very careful. Okay. This should be enough space. Oh, I appreciate him doing that. I just need to be able to see. I could. Yeah, I'm gonna need to pull forward some more. This dude is super nice. This dude right here. He almost ended up taking up my spot because he thought it was 6 and they told him 6. Okay. I'm really worried about that telephone pole. The telephone pole is immediately to my right. But I should be good. Well, let's check my right just to make sure. I want to make sure I'm not about to slam into this dude's white. Okay. So if I were to get straight and back right, back straight, I would hit him. But if I continue to angle, okay, now I should be pointed away from him. And now I'm gonna have to shimmy and make sure I don't slam into him with the front of my trailer. I'm so nervous, I gotta make sure. The last thing I wanna do is slam into his truck. All right. It's hard to tell. Okay, let's see here. Yeah, okay. So I'm pretty far away from the guy on my right. That's good news. Crisis averted, honestly. Okay. Now I do need to pull forward so I can get properly in line with that dock door. I'm gonna try and get the sidewall of my trailer in line with that yellow line. Yeah, just gotta go in a little bit more. And then I don't know. I'm gonna go see if this is good. Okay. I'm officially loaded. Let's see here. How long did it take? Only 3.5 hours. Well, actually, it's almost 3 o'clock. And I've been here since 11. Although I backed in at like 11:30. Also, no seal, but did weigh 35,000 pounds. So I'm gonna check to see. Holy shit. Wow, they couldn't have fit more if they tried, huh? There's no seal, which makes sense considering all it is plastic tubs. Even if somebody broke into my trailer to steal what was in here, they wouldn't get anything worth a dime. I mean, if they stole all 35,000 pounds of it, then maybe it'd be worth something.
Start navigation.
Okay.
We are heading to Zappos.
Well, I'm out of here. So I'll see you guys when I get to my destination. Good morning, Load Warriors. I did not record this morning when I woke up. I just kind of woke up, did my pre-trip, and left. But I still have like 4.5 hours on my drive. So I'm using most of my drive today, unfortunately. I stopped pretty early on into my drive after my pickup. I was tired, although I didn't end up being as tired as I thought I was going to be. I was tired, I was really hungry. I stopped at a truck stop called Betty's Truck Stop on I-70. Pretty good truck stop, not gonna lie. So no pre-trip today, unfortunately. You'll get plenty of driving footage. I wanted to wait until it was a little brighter outside so that the driving footage wasn't just me driving through the void. There's actually something to look to. Deliveries today at 12:30 p.m. We're looking at like arrival time around 12:30 p.m. I'm gonna be arriving to the Amazon in Louisville right on time. That's it for the intro for the day. So I'll see you guys when I get to the delivery. This little clip here while I'm driving on 64 through Illinois. This lake that I'm driving over is actually supposed to be cornfields or just fields in general. It's not supposed to be, like, as you can see off to the right, you can see that it slowly transitions into farming field. I'm like 2 miles away. It's about 11:50 a.m. So I got here a little bit faster than anticipated.
Now keep right.
Which is good, honestly, because my delivery was at 12:30.
A quarter of a mile, keep left onto the Kentucky 1065 East. Now keep left. 1 mile, turn left onto Miners Lane and then turn slightly left.
Yo, what lane? Yeah, that's Miners. Yo, that's crazy. That warehouse with the colorful blocks that is across the highway, that's where I'm going. Let's hope I can cross 2 lanes of traffic safely. I can. That's good to see. Okay, so you see where those trucks are parked? That's the entrance to Amazon, at least the truck entrance. This drive has been wild. Okay, so I'm skipping Miners Lane, which is good, and going to Logistics Boulevard, or Logistics Airport Drive.
Now turn right and then you
TON3 Amazon, that sounds like where I need to be. And it looks like this place does normal live unloads. This place also looks fairly new because there's really not a lot here. I'm gonna be honest. There's like not a ton of cars. I'm gonna guess receiving is right where that, well, it might not actually be right where that guy is considering he's opening his doors. So where the heck do I need to go? Well, that actually might be where I need to go because it looks like there's like a break in the doors. Yep, that's where I need to go. I can see the door. There's a door with an arrow. Okay, I'm going to go check in. I'll see you guys when I get checked in. All right, let's drive around. Okay. I wonder if that guy was, because I feel like I recognize that truck, which is, so weird. I feel like I recognize that truck. I think it was at the Kansas City place. That place that I was at for, how long was I there? Like 3.5 hours? Oof, that guy made the mistake of trying to go through the forbidden zone or go into the gated area without checking in first. Can't blame him. It's not exactly obvious where you're going. All right, the really nice lady inside said that she will see me on the cameras and open the gate for me. And then I'll go to door 218, and then when they're done, they'll bring the paperwork out to me. Ah, yeah! She was paying attention. That's beautiful. Man, I feel like royalty. This will be relatively easy back. Let me go add my camera. There isn't any lines, but there are tire marks that I can kind of guide my trailer off of. I don't think I'm exactly straight either. It's really hard to tell. All right, so that's touching. So now I'm gonna pull forward. because I don't want them to lock my trailer in. My trailer's definitely not straight either. All right, I'm gonna go check. I think I'm pretty much perfect. If I'm off at all, it's by like maybe a degree. No, I think I'm good. Yeah, both sides of my trailer are touching the door guards. The like rubber-ish like cushions on the outside edges of the door inside of the warehouse. Okay, well, I'm backed in, so I'll see you guys once I'm unloaded. All right, I'm done. I've only been off duty for, I want to say, round about, 31 minutes. I was going to say about 30 minutes. A little bit more than 30 minutes, which isn't bad. I'm not going to lie. I need to go to a Blue Beacon, because who knows how long I'm going to have this trailer, but more than anything, I need to get this bad boy washed out. I mean, look, it's like stained yellow. So I'm gonna look for a Blue Beacon nearby. What sucks is I'm in Louisville, so like, and it's afternoon, literally. So I don't know if I'm gonna find anywhere to park. At least not this late in the day in a major city. What especially sucks is that today's Friday, which means it's gonna be hard to find anything for me to do. All right, that's it for this video. Thank you to everybody for watching. Oh, should I you guys wanna see my face? Let's do that, since I'm parked. Thank you for watching this far. I appreciate it. Anybody who stayed this long, you guys are the real load legends. If you liked the video, go ahead and subscribe. I appreciate that as well. I think I'm at like 170 something. So I have about 160 more subscribers than I thought I would ever have. So, but you know, number go up, make me feel good. You know how that, you kind of know how that works. It's like every YouTuber's thing. Big number equals self-worth, you know. Anyways, like the video if you like the video, dislike the video if you dislike the video. I've been Ben, and I've been on the road, and I'll see you in the next one.